Hey loves, how's it going? Hope all is well. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm getting tagged in the TV1 special with Naturi about the 3LW situation and also about the Lil Kim situation. Now I spoke on 3LW already before. I really wanted to touch on the Lil Kim situation, and I just wanted to get to the bottom of it and what really happened from the reports, from the interviews, what really happened. I wanted to just take a moment to go through the past and show every last interview and receipt regarding this movie and why Lil Kim was upset at the portrayal of Naturi.
I would never take on a role of a real life person that is alive and well and not try to speak with them and reach out.
So Notorious premiered in 2009. It was about Christopher Wallace, who is Notorious B.I.G., the rapper, his life, okay? It was directed by George Tillman and it was released by Fox. The movie was executive produced by Sean Combs, who is Diddy, his mother, Biggie's former managers, Wayne and Mark. So one of her most vocal interviews was with Big Boy in the Neighborhood when she was talking about the movie.
The Notorious movie came out and there were comments, or you know how the web is, that you weren't too pleased with what you seen or what was your portrayed on that movie.
Right. No, I was never involved with the movie. I was never but the movie went into green light and I didn't even know about it.
Now, according to New York Daily News, dated January 9, 2009, Faith Evans was asked about, her involvement and Lil Kim involvement, and Faith Evans basically said, I don't know what Kim wanted, but we all signed the same agreement to be portrayed in the movie. Now, Faith Evans was involved in her part. Not only did she speak out, but also Lil C's, P. Diddy. But here's a clip of Lil C's talking about him being involved as well.
I'd rather play a good actor play me the right way than me play myself in a bad way, you know what I mean? But then when I saw him actually acting, like I rehearsed with him, you know what I mean? When he did some of the scenes over, we did the scouting, we did some of the neighborhoods in Brooklyn. I actually saw him rehearse some of my parts. I was just like, wow.
According to an article on MTV's website, January 12, 2009, Lil Kim told Hip Hop Weekly that she did receive a copy of the script and she also received an audition reel for Naturi. Naturi auditioned for the role over 5 times before she was picked, and Lil Kim felt that she was the worst of the crop. However, the casting felt different.
Do about 5 auditions. God, for the casting directors, Wendy McKenzie and Twinkie Bird, said, you know what, this girl is gonna play Lil Kim.
So of course in the media they were going back and forth about, Lil Kim was not approving of course Naturi, but also things in the script.
How can you write? This is my dispute with this. Like, how can you write a movie about somebody's life and you don't even talk to them? Like,
one of the writers were brought onto the scene and they said that they requested to speak to Kim on the project. When they spoke to Kim on the project, they said she was a very complex person. She enjoyed the conversation. She said that some of that conversation was supposed to go into the next draft, and unfortunately before that could happen, she was slipped a different draft. So from all the articles, Kim did have involvement, but it just wasn't to her liking. Now, when the final script was made, the writer basically said that everything that she wrote about Kim was not made in the final script, and she said those decisions weren't just based off of her, but it also came from the studio, the directors, and the producers of the film.
Why wouldn't they try to get a hold of you though? Because it
and
just
at one
seems
point,
like you're
they
such a
said
crucial.
they did, like you signed off on it. They had interviews.
What happened was after I went down there flipping, they had to pay me because at the end of the day, they can still use certain things. They can go around me.
Now, let me add, a year after the film was released in 2010, Kim did an interview talking about how they begged her to be a part of the movie.
I didn't want to be a part of the movie from the beginning, but they were begging me, and I said to them, the only how I would be a part of it is if I could pick who plays me.
Talk to her. She never made an initiative to even try to come to me and say, well, look, Kim, I need your blessings for this. Never.
I had tried to reach out to Kim like multiple times, but I spoke to her manager at the time, I called, and he was cool, and we tried to set something else up, but it never worked out.
I think the main reason why Kim, never caught up with Naturi is because from the beginning, the casting was her issue. She did not like the fact that she was picked at all. Even Kim said that from the reel, she did not feel that she was the best fit for her. She also told MTV in 2009, she said she would have went to Brooklyn and had a casting call because there's nobody that could pull off a little Kim. She said she wanted more of a Bronx girl who grew up in Brooklyn that knows what it's like. She said that's what she would have done. But this has changed several times. Little Kim spoke out to a magazine outlet in 2009 and said that she feels like she was not portrayed how she should have been in the movie. I was in love with Big and he was in love with me. I was never a jump off. I know this and Big knew this. I wasn't even able to choose who I wanted to portray me in the movie. I would have never picked Naturi. She doesn't have a Little Kim aura at all. She looks nothing like I did back then. We have no similarities. Watching her on screen was dreadful, as Simon Cowell would say. She is tasteless and talentless. Never once did she contact me for input or to get a feel of me for the character. As a true actress would contact the source to be the best they can be in portraying someone that told me right there she wasn't right for the part. And not to mention, Naturi has got to be the worst actress I've ever seen, and I can't believe they chose her. I really can't. He wrapped it up by saying the world will see the Little Kim story, the real me, not some BS portrayed by a talentless has-been backup singer. Now, Kim blamed a lot of things on Christopher Waller's mom and Faith Evans, but not necessarily on the executive producer, P. Diddy, and I'm going to get on him later. But, Miss Wallace came out and she gave her reasons to why Little Kim was upset, and this is what she said. Now, according to a Hip Hop Weekly article back in 2009, this is what Miss Wallace said. She said she felt that her character we chose was too dark for her. Do you know why the character was too dark for her? Because she's a white woman trapped in a black woman's body, and you can tell the world I said it because those are Little Kim words. She should be ashamed of herself. Now, this is back in 2009 now. This is when rumors start to go around that Kim said that she wanted to, allegedly, she said that she wanted a Hispanic or Asian woman to play her part. And actually now there's videos out there that, she's saying that she's a black girl trapped into a Spanish girl's body.
But I'm a Spanish girl trapped in a black girl's body.
Now, according to an article on Latina.com, Little Kim says Christina Milian would have portrayed her more accurately in the movie Notorious. She said she would have captured the sexiness and sophistication that Naturi could not display. Now, Kim did tell RapRadar.com that the whole Christina Milian thing was kind of taken out of context. She said that Christina Milian was a good friend of hers, and she was basically trying to say, like, if I was to pick somebody, she wanted them to have sexiness and she wanted them to be sophisticated. And she said she also wanted somebody that she knew, someone that knew her. This is my issue with the Diddy part. Diddy did come out and speak about, Little Kim's portrayal in the movie and stuff, to please Little Kim. But what is so crazy is that everyone talks about how involved Diddy was, how Diddy was always there. Even Naturi said that Diddy was on set every day or almost every day helping her.
Even Diddy, was on set, really a part of it.
Now, all this controversy was happening during the production, during the beginning of the movie, and I honestly felt like the men felt her. Like, a lot of people that should have had her back just didn't have her back, and this is history with, Kim always, being loyal to people that are just not loyal to her. And this is no offense to Diddy, but I just find it weird that he came out after the movie came out, after it was filmed, him crying on his YouTube channel, saying how great the movie was, and then say, oh, Lil' Kim wasn't portrayed right.
First of all, I want to just thank everybody for making Notorious such a successful movie. It's up to 31 million, right? 31 million right now. What y'all saw in the movie about Kim, that's not like the real Kimberly Jones.
She more than that.
He really respected her as an artist, as an MC, and was into her like that. All the other extra stuff, you know, it's a movie.
A year later, she did say that she did not blame, Naturi. She blames how she was portrayed. And she also said that Diddy should take the responsibility for it.
Puffy, like it's all about the money with him sometimes. He doesn't think about the people around him who've always had love for him. And with that movie, he didn't care what I felt.
Well, if you guys don't remember, prior to the movie, it was a lot of stuff going on with Kim and Junior Mafia. It was a lot of stuff going on with Kim and Miss Wallace. Like, it was just a lot in the media, and it was a lot in the news. And if you guys don't remember, in 2005, Kim was found guilty of lying to a grand jury. So basically what happened was that Kim had claimed that she didn't know anything about the incident that happened as far as the gunfight. She also had said that her co-manager, Damon Butler, was not with her at the time. However, security footage actually later proved the opposite. They were able to ID her, that he actually opened the door for her. And also, two members of the Junior Mafia gang, Little C's and Banger, they also testified that they seen Butler and Jackson with Little Kim. So that incident, I really feel like, that caused a rift in the whole relationship with Kim and Junior Mafia, as well as some other things like, Miss Wallace was saying how she did not like how Kim would go on interviews talking about how she loved Biggie.
I did not like the way she was alarming over national television and radio about Biggie, the love of her life. Christopher is not here to defend himself, and I was offended. I let her know, and she didn't like it, and I don't give a hoot.
Now, both of those situations happened in 2005. So you guys, I just wanted to bring that out there because I can't confirm or deny that some of those relationships, caused rifts into why she wasn't as involved or why people didn't fight for her as much. But I just wanted to throw that out there as well. Now, I'm sure all of their relationships are better today, now that, time has healed some type of wounds. But I do think a lot of stuff as far as her anger for Naturi playing her was misplaced based off of experiences she had with members of her group and her former label. Naturi has never said that, I look exactly like her.
May not be Kim, nobody's saying I am. And I'm not going to look exactly like, I'm not going to talk exactly like her.
Even at the VH1 Hip Hop Honors in 2016, Little Kim insisted that she did not want Naturi anywhere near her. So, I don't know what all that's about, but it's sad because it makes no sense to me.
I was at the VH1 Honors last week. Of course, Lil' Kim was there.
Yes, I heard. I wasn't there.
Right, I know. And then in the after party, there was word that she was saying, I don't want to be near Naturi. I don't want her around. I don't want to be in her space.
The shade is real.
Now, this is my opinion, and let me say that again. This is my opinion. Little Kim has every right to feel, how she felt about how she was portrayed in the movie. As far as her character, I personally don't feel Naturi looked that far off from her. I mean, I don't go into this color spectrum thing like, oh, she's 2 shades darker, she's this dark, and she's this light. Like, I don't do all of that. I do feel like, from her past and watching documentaries about Little Kim, there was a lot of issues with insecurities there. There was a lot of issues with, people telling her that she was not good enough and her having to conform and look a certain way because that's the only way she'll be seen.
Well, it's my image. If people didn't see this on me, they probably would walk past me. If I walked around in jeans and sneakers, they probably would walk past me because it's my image. It's helped me a lot. A lot of men flock to me. They flock to my poster.
it wasn't a secret that Little Kim was insecure about herself. And back in 2000, she sat down with Newsweek and she did an article, and she basically said that she had low self-esteem, and she always had low self-esteem. And she said the reason for that is because guys cheated on her with girls that had the European look. She was like, it really left her thinking, you know, those women are really beautiful, and how can I compete with that being just a regular black girl? Then she talked about, you know, getting her breast implants and stuff like that. And she was like, people making it a big deal when she do it, but white women do it every day, and it makes me look the way that I want to look. And she said it's her body. Also, you can see in interviews, you know, a lot of people talk about the abuse that, you know, she laughs about and she talks about regarding Biggie, but she also said Biggie made her feel beautiful. So to basically wrap all this up, I really feel like Kim, she's a beautiful soul. I really like Kim. But there is some issues that she has personally in which she expressed before. And I just felt like the anger with the Naturi situation was misplaced. But hopefully one day she could tell her story. Hopefully one day she could tell, you know, how she came up in this game and how people treated her, so more people can understand what's going on. Because at the end of the day, we looking at this like you didn't want a girl to play her because basically she was dark skinned. And the fact that now some people think that Little Kim is unrecognizable. Like, people don't recognize the Little Kim from the 90s to the Little Kim to the 2000s. Like, they look like two different people. So, you know, you guys let me know y'all thoughts and opinions. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. Talk to you guys later. Bye.